Welcome back to the True Crime Fan Club podcast. I'm your host, Lainey. I'm turning the intro over to somebody who is a domestic abuse survivor and one of the strongest women I know. It's my mom. She worked really hard to get this recording out and get it just right. So once she's done with the intro, I'll pick up with the rest of the show. And I'll go ahead and apologize now. My voice is not what you're used to. I'm a little under the weather, but I appreciate you understanding. Okay, here's my mom.
When I think of domestic abuse, the first thing that comes into my mind is spousal abuse. When I hear the name John Battaglia, I think of a sadistic, vengeful person causing harm to the mothers of his children by savagely beating them and then committing an unspeakable crime, shooting his precious little girls. The murder of his two daughters makes it malicious, but what makes it vengeful is committing those murders while their mother listened. It's bone-chilling to hear her calling 911 fearing for the safety of her children. 911 was implemented in 1989. It had been in use for 12 years. I often wonder, how did one survive the abuse back then without 911? It was simple. You dialed 0, and the operator would connect you to the correct department, and the abused party would hope they would be alive when the police would arrive. To even live to tell about how one survived the night before was a huge miracle in itself. It's a shame that it cost Faith and Liberty Battaglia their lives to get the wheels in motion to try to deter tragedies such as these. My mom had a saying when I was growing up, "You weren't the first, nor will you be the last." Sadly, even in the year 2017, small progress has been made since 1989. These little girls weren't the first.
If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to rate, review, and of course, subscribe on iTunes. It would really help us out. You can find us on most social media platforms: Twitter @TCFCPod, Facebook, facebook.com/TCFC podcast, and of course, our website is truecrimefanclub.com. If you have an episode request or general suggestion, you can send us an email, tcfcpod@gmail.com. Until next time.